Hello and thank you for joining me today. I will be speaking about the UBC CPD Optimizing Communication for Excellence program. And I would first like to start by thanking Dr. Raul Gupta, who is a facilitator in the program and co-author in this presentation, for his tremendous contribution. We also gratefully acknowledge funding provided by the College of Physicians and Surgeons of British Columbia for development of this program. We would also like to acknowledge that UBC Vancouver operates and I work and live on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Squamish, Musqueam, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. If you are logging in from somewhere else, we encourage you to think about and acknowledge the traditional land that you're calling in from. I'll just provide a brief overview of the Optimizing Communication for Excellence program. The course or program has been offered since 2015 as a one-day in-person workshop with post-workshop activities to address communication challenges created by changing power dynamics, increased team-based care, and technology advances in practice. The program in its in-person format included a one full-day workshop followed by 3 post-workshop components. One is a peer check-in approximately 3 weeks after the workshop. The second is a coaching call with the workshop facilitator approximately 6 weeks after the workshop. And finally, an online survey, reflective survey, that was shared approximately 12 weeks after the workshop. Throughout the course, learners work in partnerships with their peers to discuss, practice communication tools, and reflect on application of the learning in their practice. Each week concluded with an opportunity for participants to set intentions and implement them into practice. Subsequent sessions provided a psychologically safe space for reflection and sharing of successes and challenges, as well as an opportunity to attain facilitator and peer feedback, promoting longitudinal learning. As mentioned, the virtual sessions were followed by post-workshop activities to further reinforce the learning and allow an opportunity to implement the tools into practice. So both course formats offer a longitudinal learning experience, but the virtual workshop amplifies that model within the primary structure of the workshop itself. Today, I'll be speaking about the virtual program as an impactful educational format. In terms of measurement, we looked at data collected at 3 points during the program. Prior to the workshop, which was a needs assessment to assess learners' perceived communication challenges and strength and any communication goals they may have. At the end of the 3 weeks of interactive workshop sessions to evaluate their learning process immediately following the sessions, and approximately 11 weeks after starting the interactive sessions as a final reflective survey to assess their learning and application of the workshop topics. One of our concerns with offering the virtual series with regards to the longitudinal learning process was that our busy participants would find it challenging to attend all 6 workshop sessions. However, we found that 90% of learners attended 5 of the 6 sessions and 80% completed all 6 sessions, demonstrating their commitment to the learning process despite their busy schedules. In the post-series survey, learners expressed surprise in overestimating their communication skills and the value of dedicated time to continue practicing the newly acquired tools. Another concern that we had with regard to offering the course in a virtual format was that participants will find it challenging to engage with the content because it is easy to be distracted or multitask in virtual meetings, and because communication as a topic is very often perceived to be very in-person focused. However, when we looked at reflections in the post-series evaluations, we saw many comments about personal challenges with communication in daily practice and high motivation to continue the learning through the post-workshop activities. We have also seen this in our communication with participants after the workshop series, where participants were keen to participate in the post-workshop activities. This may suggest that despite our concerns, the course in its virtual format is supportive of longitudinal engagement with the content. We also looked at the final component in the course, which is the post-reflective survey that was shared with participants approximately 11 weeks after the initial workshop session in the virtual series. We saw 88% of participants in the virtual workshop implemented changes in their practice related to the workshop content. And interestingly, participants also mentioned that they would benefit from more practice and help with implementing the workshop tools in their clinical work. So again, despite our concerns with participants' willingness to engage with the content in the virtual format, we saw that participants were not only able to implement the tools in their practice, but also perceived further engagement and additional practice as beneficial. So what have we learned with regard to future iterations of the program? Despite our concerns regarding engagement and commitment to the longitudinal learning process, we saw that learners in the virtual format expressed interest and awareness for the value of longitudinal learning through continued engagement, practice and support to improve communication skills, and were engaged in the workshop content. The newly redesigned workshop shows great promise not only to equip healthcare providers with tools to improve communication, but to do so in an engaging manner that supports longitudinal learning. And these are findings that we will use to further plan and develop future iterations of the virtual Optimizing Communication for Excellence program. If you have any questions about the presentation or the Optimizing Communication for Excellence program, please don't hesitate to contact us at UBC CPD. You can contact Sarah Tajani, Learning and Curriculum Manager, or Hadass Haft, Senior Program Assistant. We welcome your questions and look forward to answering them. Thank you.